Hi, this is Tom Matson, and in this short tutorial video we are going to cover using Teleprompter PRO's exported text container and export text file option. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go back to colors and connect. Alright, now the ability to export your content to a text file was not a feature which was included with the initial launch version of Teleprompter PRO. Now the reason I mention this is because all of the original features had been tested to work with Chrome, with Firefox, Safari, and Internet Explorer. Because Teleprompter PRO is a web-based application, it does not and did not matter whether you were accessing it from a PC or a Mac. Likewise, you may also access it online via a hosted version of Teleprompter PRO from an Android or an iOS device as well. Shortly after the launch, we quickly received a handful of feature requests, which we took to heart and began working on to implement. Now, one of the new features is the ability to save your content to a text file so you can use it later from the same device or send it to another computer or device to be used subsequently. Now, I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom of the page, or the options page, where the exported text container is at. This is really a nice upgrade for Teleprompter PRO users, and it is important to understand one thing about this feature. The export file function, file export function, is dependent on what is known as the HTML5 file reader API. Google Chrome supports this functionality the best of all browsers. Our recommendation is to use Google Chrome if you plan to use this. You do not have to. Firefox also supports it to a fairly good extent. All you need to do with it, I'm going to show you how this works. You can either copy and paste or type in your text. I'm going to go ahead and paste in some pre-formatted text here. This is the way you might actually end up having it anyway if you wanted to save it for use later with the shortcodes already applied. You've already got it ready to go, and now you can use it somewhere else quickly without having to add your shortcodes. So once you have copied and pasted or typed in your content into the export text container, you'll see where it says save file as right here. You give your file a name. If you do not give it a name, then the browser will automatically give it a name for you. Probably be a sequence of letters and numbers, a random sequence. And so if you want it to have some special meaning that you will remember, give it a name. No. I'm going to just call this test 5, and I'm going to click save text to file. And there it is. It has saved it. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. There it is. There is. It's all in, and that's all of the information was in there that was contained, and it's saved and ready to use later on. Now, two things to mention. There's a bunch of additional information up here in your browser, in your address bar of your browser. So to get rid of that, just simply click reload page and it's gone. It's disappeared. Now, the other thing to add is if you were using Firefox for this as opposed to Google Chrome, when you save file as, you'd also need to add .txt to the end. It will still save it as a text file, it just won't have the file name extension added to it in Firefox. And then when you go to open it up, your computer is going to be searching for the proper application to open it with, and that just saves you some time. So just add the .txt to the file name when you are saving it with Firefox. We tested it with the current version of Internet Explorer. We didn't have any luck with it working, and it doesn't appear that it will work with Safari either. Now, we know that Windows is coming out with a new browser here, I believe the end of July, so it may work with think it's called Edge. It may work with Edge. We don't know yet. It's not out. Possibly it will. So we're unable to confirm that functionality for Microsoft browser. So I would say Safari does not support it. Do not try it. Chrome is the best optimal option there. Firefox works fine, except for the caveat is add the .txt to the end of it when you go to save it. Haven't tried all of the different mobile browsers, so Dolphin or what have you. We haven't checked those, but being able to save this online, I'm pretty sure that it probably will work with the Android browser as well too. We didn't test it with Android, but guess is pretty good that it probably will. So that's it for this functionality, and we will conclude. I think we have one more tutorial in this series to go through. Until then, happy recording.